This is Beulah Belle, and she's my baby. And we have owned her for 2 years and not been able to get her or keep her pregnant well. So, tomorrow she goes to the butcher. Hey guys, this is Deanna with Deep Roots Family Homestead. And I just want to thank you for being here and watching along. And if you enjoy what you're seeing, please hit the subscribe button. And that way you can continue to watch this craziness. We're trying to be as real as possible, so you get to see the ups as well as the downs that we go through in building our homestead. Man, what a difference a day or two makes. Last time I was videoing, I was about to take Beulah to the butcher, and literally 5 o'clock in the evening, the day before she was gonna go, a guy texted me and said he wanted to buy both Guernseys. Now, I had them listed on Craigslist for weeks and no messages, not even asking about them or anything. He says he has 2 bulls and is confident they'll breed with him. And that's just something we can't have here. And again, as much as I love Beulah, having to butcher her was really, really emotional for me, and I was really distraught. Well, somebody's crying. Kids got some new sleds from grandparents, and must not have gone well. All right, so she's okay. She just got left behind. The pasture is a little lonely, if you ask me. There are 4 cows. We took the bull that we were borrowing that, in my opinion, did nothing, took him back to his family. And, I mean, he was young. It was a wishful thinking. I had tried to find a full-size bull to either take Beulah to or bring here. Brendan doesn't want a bull here. So the 1-year-old bull was easy because he was docile. Anyway, lots of what ifs, lots of regrets, lots of spending the last few days mourning Beulah and the loss of her. I am so thankful I didn't have to butcher her. That was really, really emotional for me. But I'm glad I didn't have to do it. Selling her was also super emotional for me. But it was probably the best option, besides sinking more money into her. And I got some money out of the 2 Guernseys. Aurora was a little bit of a disaster, so I got her for super cheap to free. And that was a huge loss. She's worn out. She was a dairy cow for like 6 years, and she was just worn out. So anyway, all that to say, I am taking some slow, easy days and processing what's coming in the new year, what my goals are for my dairy herd as well as the rest of my homestead, processing what it might look like to spend another year living in a trailer. Trying very hard to be thankful for where I'm at. Which is difficult. I have so many things to be thankful for. Don't get me wrong. I just, when things are hard and when to be honest, when I'm on social media and I see people making beautiful homes, doing beautiful homemaking, it is hard. It's hard because I don't have the space for a lot of that. But moving forward in the new year, I have some new goals. We'll get to that probably in the next video. We'll talk through some of that. But right now I'm just being slow and enjoying my little mini dairy herd that is not giving me a huge amount of milk right now. But hopefully we'll see what that looks like in a few months. There's our almond girl. She's one of our sick goats. Right there in the middle. Still pretty skinny, but she's holding her own. Everybody but Holly's doing pretty good. This is Holly. She's the one struggling, but look, she got up, not really on her own, but she's standing on her own. So that's good. Got her a bunch of minerals and a little bit of barley to help her with some carbs because she's super skinny. Even though we give her minerals, I'm leaning towards copper deficiency because she's kind of scraggly on her head, on her neck. But this also rubs, so I know a lot of the goats have right here no hair. But anyway, she's doing okay, but we're still keeping her close so we can watch her. I don't know if I mentioned yet on this video, but I'll mention it now just in case. The little buckling that was hypothermic was fine for like 4 more days. Like we put him back out. We checked on him every day. He was eating, he was drinking, he was walking, he was not shivering. And then one morning we woke up and he was dead. So not really sure what happened there. Really sad. I don't know what more we could have done for him because again, it was like 4 or 5 days later, he was like fine. And then randomly not, I guess. Well, it's like 11 o'clock. The sun looks like it's setting. It's really sad. We live really far north. Okay. Just checking on the goats and seeing how everybody's faring. Everybody looks really good. Like I said, Almond is still really skinny, but just keep feeding her. I'm giving her lots of molasses and pumpkin seeds and extra minerals, and everybody's got free choice stuff. So it's quite warm today, and I'm looking out at my greenhouse and I'm thinking about gardening and dreaming about spring. And it's early for that here in North Idaho. Believe me, a long time till I can even start seeds, but this is the time of year when I start thinking about it. And I know most people are thinking about it. I'm hoping to be looking through my seed catalogs and also sorting my seeds the next couple weeks. That'll be coming. And at least start thinking about it because I can't help it. To me, fall goes all the way through the end of December, even though it's snowy a lot of times in December, here especially. But I'm starting to plan in January because usually we're finishing butchering and stuff through the end of November. At least, you know, like I said, this is new to us, homesteading. Ooh, it's bright today. It's new to us to homestead. So in the last few years, we're just trying to adjust to a new schedule and a new way of doing things. This year with butchering, that just took a while. And while we were done in November, just finishing up and feeling like finishing up my year. I don't really do a lot of planning in December necessarily for the next year. I like to do that in January just because we don't have the ability to start seeds super early here. So if I totally start planning my new year and all the things in December, And then January still feels kind of empty, January, February, because we can't really do much. So if I kind of start my planning in January, see what new projects I'm going to do. I am planning to do a few kind of year-long challenges with some people on Instagram. I mean, I'm not like collabing with them or anything. I'm just following along with the Daily Hexie. So I'll be making a Hexie quilt and then make bread 365. I'm planning to make all my bread this next year. I have been stuck on sourdough and I'm not good at it. So I get really discouraged. But everything doesn't have to be sourdough. So that's where I'm at. And so hopefully you'll be able to follow along with some of those things as they come. I'm also crocheting a blanket, which I started like, I don't know, a month or two ago when the fall set in and the shorter days set in. But I'm not done with that yet, so I'll be working on that as well as normal homestead stuff. Thanks for coming along on our journey. We appreciate your support, and we look forward to seeing you again next time.